The Russians embody the intricate tapestry of humanity, a concept that is truly captivating. Dostoevsky, inspired by this notion, often wrote in his journal about his observations. He found joy in wandering the streets, keenly observing the peculiar individuals he encountered, studying their expressions and pondering their lives. Who are they? How do they exist? What are their professions? What thoughts occupy their minds? Numerous nations across the globe have established their identities, many boasting vibrant capitals. For a capital city to be appealing, it must possess distinctive characteristics. For instance, impressive architecture and charismatic residents provide significant advantages in enhancing a city's desirability. Furthermore, if the city ensures safety and ample job opportunities, it naturally draws in more inhabitants. Moscow exemplifies this, carving out a reputation for itself on the international stage. Despite experiencing bomb attacks and facing numerous sanctions due to the conflict with Ukraine just a few months prior, life in the city remains remarkably appealing. If you're curious about how a country may be engaged in conflict, yet its capital can remain remarkably clean and orderly. The Russians have managed to maintain this cleanliness while also preserving the vibrancy of life throughout the seasons. In this video, we will explore Moscow during the summer, focusing on the daily activities of its residents, showcasing numerous examples of their lives. When we examine a map of Moscow, we notice that its size is relatively small, covering only 2,511 square kilometers. However, the population density in this area is strikingly high. Moscow, undoubtedly the most well-known city in Russia alongside St. Petersburg, is home to approximately 19 million people. St. Petersburg, the nearest major city, has about 6 million inhabitants. For over 850 years, Moscow has served as the capital of Russia and its people. There are specific locations within the city where individuals often find themselves at a crossroads of showcasing sophistication and elegance. Russians are in a constant competition for excellence in these areas. In Russia, many women often strive to outshine their peers through their beauty, meticulous grooming, and high-end fashion. Meanwhile, the men cruising in their luxurious vehicles are engaged in a similar competition, flaunting their wealth and expensive possessions. When considering the nations known for their extravagant lifestyles, Russian and other Slavic societies stand out prominently. Although Western Europeans may share similar genetic traits, their lives do not revolve solely around appearances and superficiality. They tend to invest significant effort into their education and careers. In contrast, numerous Russian women, instead of pursuing academic fields or long-term professions, focus their ambitions on different paths. Many aspire to marry affluent partners after reaching their 30s, aiming to enjoy a comfortable life for the remainder of their days. The Russian territory experiences cold temperatures even during summer, which leads many people there to have a favorable view of relocating to warmer regions. Consequently, it is common for Russians to permanently move outside their homeland. They can be found in various parts of the world, often seeking residences in warmer climates alongside those who welcome them, particularly in Asian locations like Dubai, Turkey, and Bali. However, regardless of their migration patterns, Moscow remains a lively and dynamic city. Russia is a vast nation with a population of approximately 150 million, and today more than 20 million individuals reside in Moscow alone. To accommodate this dense population in a limited space, the city has developed numerous high-rise buildings. In this bustling metropolis, you can find hundreds of skyscrapers. The average rent for apartments, which is slightly above typical standards, begins at 100,000 rubles. The dollar equivalent for these 2- or 3-bedroom apartments starts at around $1,000. Friends, if you are considering a life in Russia, particularly in Moscow, be prepared for the cost of living in this city, which is home to many of the world's billionaires. The monthly expenses can start at around $3,000. If you seek more than just basic living conditions and desire an engaging social with the wonderful Russian people, you might find yourself needing tens of thousands of dollars. Russian individuals, especially women, hold themselves in high regard and understand their worth. Many are conscious that they attract attention globally and take pride in their beauty associated with their Russian heritage. Consequently, an elite Russian woman will likely have significant material expectations from you. On a different note, while nearly half of the world's capitals are situated near water, Moscow lacks direct access to the sea. The Moscow River flows through the city, providing a glimpse of a recreational area where locals enjoy serene moments, both in the winter and summer. In the summer, a river flows through the city's core, with small bridges constructed to connect the land for the benefit of its inhabitants. The presence of rivers indicates that the city is situated on a vast plain. At the heart of the city stands the renowned Kremlin Palace, a significant symbol of Russia. Almost every visitor to Russia captures a photograph in front of this iconic site. Presently, Putin's official office is housed within the Kremlin Palace. As this city is home to the Supreme Courts, the administrative center of the nation, and affluent business figures, it is common to encounter luxury vehicles with sirens blaring and disrupting traffic. Additionally, it is worth noting that several palaces known as Kremlins exist throughout Russia. On the opposite side, Red Square is located in the capital, bordered by cobblestone streets, with not a single piece of litter in sight. This may very well be one of the most splendid and remarkable places. Red Square in Moscow stands as the most visited destination for tourists arriving in Russia. The architecture of this vibrant city, which drives the global agenda and captures headlines with every development, provides a stunning backdrop. Additionally, Russia boasts a substantial population and abundant domestic resources, allowing it to remain self-sufficient and not reliant on foreign supplies. This is why the capital is always bustling and lively throughout the year. A prime example of this vibrancy is the continuous array of festivals held in Moscow. If fortune smiles upon you, you might stumble upon these captivating celebrations during your visit. While these events may be commonplace for locals, they are sure to enchant visitors. At present, much of the globe is still basking in the warmth of summer, and in Moscow, people continue to don short sleeves. To offer you a glimpse into life there, the city pulses with energy both during daylight and at night. Despite the ongoing impacts of the conflict, the spirit of Moscow remains resilient and dynamic. Vibrant and laid back, the streets of Moscow are filled with groups of friends, and it's rare to spot someone walking alone. Some individuals relax on benches with companions, while others share thrilling tales in cafes. Many people are having their photos taken by photographers throughout the city. This aspect of photography is significant because visiting Moscow presents opportunities to witness something rather unique. In the heart of the capital, you'll find photographers equipped with professional cameras, earning a living by capturing images of Russians who take great pride in their appearance. For a fee, both the subject of the photo and the photographer benefit. The former gains lasting memories, while the latter generates income. Some photographers have elevated their craft to such an extent that they select bustling locations, set up backdrops, and create a more professional environment for those wishing to be photographed. In reality, this isn't necessary, as every corner of Moscow, its parks, rivers, avenues, and stunning architecture provides ample opportunities for beautiful photographs. There are ample chances to both take and be part of stunning photographs, particularly as the architecture of the capital evokes the Western designs of Europe. Each structure stands as an iconic symbol for the nation. Regardless of your expectations for a capital city or a dream place to reside, Moscow largely fulfills them. If you're in the mood for dining out, you'll find countless restaurants to choose from. Should you tire of the same park or nightclub, there are numerous alternatives available. If you enjoy meeting new individuals, Moscow is filled with fresh faces and diverse people. Notably, the country provides some of the highest-paying employment opportunities in Russia. To thrive in this dynamic and architecturally exquisite city, you would ideally need a net income ranging from $4,000 to $5,000 monthly. Otherwise, the glamorous lifestyle in Moscow may prove challenging for your finances. If Moscow's cost of living is beyond your means, but you wish to remain near the city, consider Vladimir, located just to the east, as a suitable option. Further to the east lies the city of Kazan, which certainly has the vibe of a major urban center. Kazan is the largest city in the Republic of Tatarstan, Russia, and serves as the capital for the Tatar people. Alternatively, if you seek a more developed city with a smaller population near the Finnish border, consider St. Petersburg, located north of Moscow. Moscow attracts not only adults but also youth from across Russia, as it hosts the country's most prominent technical universities. The education provided here equips students with skills that doors to international job opportunities. At present, there are 13 universities in Moscow, making it appealing to individuals of all ages, not just grown-ups. Additionally, you will notice numerous people taking pictures or being photographed in Moscow. Russians, particularly women, have a genuine fondness for having their photos taken. Remarkably, even if you capture their image unexpectedly, they typically do not react with aggression or anger. Instead, they often smile and pose for the camera. Indeed, the people of Russia are always ready to embrace the moment. Many people hold their phones in hand, and even if they are not being photographed, they always present themselves in fashionable attire, often taking selfies. It seems that Russians are not only admired by outsiders, but also appreciate their own beauty.